How are you?
Good, good. I can't complain.
Okay. You didn't have to deal with the traffic today.
No, thank God. It's been yesterday and the day before was actually not that bad, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Hey there.
Weird.
Barbara, have you met Elizabeth?
Did we meet? I think maybe when you started. No, did we have a hiring meeting?
No, ma'am, we did not.
No, we did not. Okay.
No.
She was hired during COVID.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Bueno. Mucho gusto y gracias para estar aquí esta noche.
Es un placer, no se preocupe. Cuando siempre me necesita, aquí voy a estar.
Bueno, gracias. Do we have anybody on deck to be watching the meeting?
I haven't gone live yet, but you know, we've had the thing posted on the website, and I sent a Blackboard out today.
Right.
I also did speak with a lot of parents today,
Mhm.
and they are aware of the meeting tonight.
Okay, so we are going to be recording this one, and so it will be available also. So
Yes, they are aware of that. They asked if they couldn't log on, if it's going to be recorded, and I
Right.
expressed it will be.
Plus, we set up the phone number so they can actually call in. If they
did you
want.
set that up? Okay, we haven't actually
Yeah.
tried that yet. So
Yeah, I tested it out a couple times. It works. It just they call the number and they come in just like Miss Rivera does.
okay,
So they can ask a question or listen in or
okay. Have we received any emails of any questions?
I had that on the thing, but I'm not sure.
What the main question is right now, and there's a lot of confusion going on, is with remote learning and homeschooling.
Okay.
Especially with the Spanish community. They're thinking that remote learning and homeschooling is the same option until I explain to them you are in charge of your child's curriculum.
Right.
And they're like, oh, no, that's not what we want. We want them to stay home, but we also thought it was going to be remote learning as they were doing previously.
Right. No, homeschooling really needs to be capitalized because that's like an actual thing, an actual program.
Exactly. And that's what I explained to them.
Liz, did they say why they wanted the remote learning? Are they afraid?
Yes, they are afraid. They're afraid for their children's well-being and health. And that's what it mostly comes down to. I had one parent say that she's concerned about it because her son has asthma. How is he going to go into school? I'm like, well, you would have to get us the documentation from his pediatrician, and they will work around it if it's possible. The administration would just have to approve it and move on forward from there.
Right. He would probably qualify for the home hospital instruction.
Yes. And that's what I explained to her also. So I settled her down with that because she's like, I'm not going to send my child in for two days a week. And I'm like, there's many ways for it. We can work with you.
Okay.
So just let me know when we want to go live, and then we'll see who comes in. Or
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
And so there's just the four of us for right now. Okay.
And John has the PowerPoint in Spanish that he can upload, Barbara.
Okay. And,
There's
sorry. Bueno, entonces vamos a comenzar con esta reunión en español para nuestros parientes y padres que quieren participar en esta forma. Esta reunión va a ser sobre los planes de nuestra escuela, de cómo vamos a abrir en este pandémico y con los problemas que tenemos. Ya hemos tenido algunas reuniones sobre ese sujeto que fueron en inglés hace esas 2 semanas y ahora tenemos una presentación, un PowerPoint que ya fue presentado en inglés y tenemos un translation que vamos a presentar esta noche. En esta reunión tenemos yo soy Bárbara Dayton, la presidenta de la Junta Directiva del colegio. Y también, si los otros quieren hacer sus introducciones, if everybody wants to introduce themselves.
Hello, good evening. I'm Deborah Winter. I'm the superintendent of schools.
Buenas tardes, yo me llamo Elizabeth, soy la secretaria para registración en bilingüe.
Hello, Led and HR Director.
Y también John Gibbons está aquí, que él es muy importante porque él mantiene todos los cosas técnicos para nosotros en estas reuniones.
I want to see, do you have your Chromebook open to YouTube and parents can have questions?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you as well, Carrie.
Carrie, you're breaking up.
Is that better?
Yes.
That's much better,
Okay.
yes.
Liz, if you go on to YouTube, onto our YouTube channel to watch it, on the right side, there's a chat bar. If
Okay.
you want to type into parents, please input any questions here.
Absolutely.
Because
Let me
then
get my
we can
Chromebook.
write Spanish and you can translate it.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
We also sent out the telephone number, Carrie, so they can actually call in as well. Where are you breaking up? You're usually good.
I have to put my headphones on.
Oh. Barbara,
Yeah. I'll put the calling number too in the chat.
okay.
Great, thanks, John.
Do we want to go through the PowerPoint, Barbara? At least if nobody joins us, at least it will be in Spanish.
There
This
are
whole
11
meeting can be-
people on, Deb.
Oh, great.
Terrific. Okay.
16.
Okay.
So we're good.
So John, you want to put the Spanish version up and I'll work off the English version. I'll do a slide at a time, Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, un momento.
And questions, Elizabeth will take them, as it relates to the slide, doesn't have to wait till the end.
Correct.
Okay.
When we get to the slide about remote learning, I'll talk about home instruction.
Perfect.
Are we ready?
Yes. Or,
Okay.
Liz, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So this is an updated presentation since August 7th. Our governor has asked school districts to do several things.
Okay. Let me just read this. Bear with me 1 second because I'm getting feedback from the Chromebook.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we're on the first slide, Liz. The update from Governor Como. He
Mhm.
asked to do 3 things. The reopening plan must include the distance learning, a plan for COVID-19 testing of students and employees, and the contact tracing. If there's a confirmed case of infection in our school community.
Como ustedes saben, el 7 de agosto del 2020, el gobernador como anunció que todas las escuelas en Nueva York, el estado de Nueva York recibirán, los distritos deben publicar en su sitio de web los siguientes elementos, además de sus planes de reapertura. Los 3 puntos son plan de aprendizaje a distancia y separado del plan de reapertura, un plan para las pruebas de COVID-19 de estudiantes y empleados. Tercera, seguimiento de contacto en caso de un caso confirmado de infección en la comunidad escolar.
The other requirement was to have these public meetings from August 7th to August 21st with parents, community members, faculty, and all the stakeholders to really learn what your concerns and outstanding questions are. This is a list of all the meetings that are coming up. There's another board meeting on the 17th of August, and then we're going to do some coffee hours outside the SYA building. And of course, we will have an interpreter available that day as well if you'd like to come to in-person meetings.
Las reuniones públicas deben de tener lugar entre el 7 y el 21 de agosto de 2020. Tenemos que celebrar estas reuniones en las siguientes fechas. Como ustedes ven, había una fecha el 27 de julio, el 3 de agosto, el 10 de agosto, hoy el 12 de agosto que estamos recibiendo para ustedes hoy. El 17 de agosto, el 17 de agosto, esta semana va a haber un horario de café con la señora Debra Winters. Y el 18, 19 y el 20 se va a hablar de los días para escuela y cómo lo vamos a planificar.
Listen, you just remind them of the dates, August 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Yes, I just explained them to them that the 18th, 19th, and 20th, we will be discussing the cohorts. El 18, el 19 y el 20 de agosto se vamos a hablar de cómo vamos a seguir adelante con las clases.
And if they can't make that particular one based on their grade, then, you know, of course, they're welcome anytime for those meetings.
Okay. Si no pueden venir en esa fecha, puede venir cuando ustedes puedan.
We also met with our entire faculty yesterday. So that was another requirement from the governor, is to meet with our faculty.
Uno de los requerimientos de nuestro gobernador fue para que toda la facultad se reuniera y tenía una reunión, y eso lo hicimos ayer.
Our plan going forward really emphasizes health and safety of our staff, our students, our families. So that's when we made this plan, those were our guiding principles.
Cuando hicimos esta planificación, la planificación mayor fue para tener la salud de nuestros estudiantes y de nuestra facultad.
Carrie, can I ask you to update the community on the updated testing for COVID-19?
Absolutely. So hold on one second. I was just have to click. Yep, there we go. So updated testing for COVID-19. If we suspect a staff member or student that may have symptoms of COVID-19, we will tell the parents to come pick up the student and bring them to their physician.
Nuestro plan para la salud y seguridad para COVID-19 es la seguridad de nuestros estudiantes y personal, y la última de esta instancia, nuestras familias. Repeat what you just said, Karen.
If student or staff member is suspected and has symptoms of COVID-19, they will be called for parents to come pick up and go to their physician.
Okay. Hold on. So, si hay una sospecha que algún estudiante tiene COVID-19, se va a llamar a los padres para que los padres pasar por los estudiantes para que lo pueden llevar a su pediatra. Okay, go ahead.
We do have a quarantine room, so the child would be separated from their peers and be put in that room and monitored until the parents get there.
Nosotros sí tenemos un cuarto de cuarentena por si en caso hay una sospecha de un estudiante con síntomas. Vamos a poner al estudiante en ese cuarto hasta que los padres llegan para retirarlo y llevarlo al pediatra.
It is very important for parents to come pick up their child as soon as possible so they can get them to the doctor, and that we have accurate phone numbers and emails, and emergency phone numbers for the students.
Es muy importante que los padres vengan por sus hijos. Además, necesitamos que tenemos la información correcta para ustedes, los padres, como por ejemplo números de teléfono, correo electrónicos. Así nos podemos comunicar con ustedes lo más antes posible.
Their physician then will determine if the child should receive a COVID-19 test. And Southampton Hospital has several testing, and their physician would be able to guide them if they do not do it in the office themselves.
Su pediatra va a tener como los exámenes de COVID-19 para el estudiante. Además, el hospital de Southampton tiene algunas direcciones para poder ustedes llevar a sus hijos para que hacen los exámenes.
Both of our nurses, Ms. Girardi and Ms. Gurney, have been working hard, daily checks with all of the agencies, Department of Health, CDC, and state ed to keep current on any changes that we need to follow and through the guidelines.
Nuestras enfermeras, Deborah Girardi, and I'm sorry, the other nurse.
Tara Gurney.
Y la señora Tara Gurney han trabajado bastante duro para poder nosotros tener toda la información para podernos comunicar con los hospitales y con ustedes iguales.
And right now, the CDC guidance is that school districts comply with their guidance and do not conduct COVID-19 testing at school and are required testing or antibody testing of students or staff members. So we're not testing any students or staff members at school.
En este momento nosotros no estamos haciendo los exámenes de COVID-19 ni a los estudiantes ni a las facultades. El estado de Nueva York no quiere que nosotros hacemos esos exámenes a los estudiantes ni a la facultad. Ellos se van a ir a su doctor y su pediatra para poder hacerse los exámenes.
So the decision to test is up to their healthcare provider or the local health department.
So la decisión para tener el examen será de su pediatra, su doctor o el departamento de salud.
And that second link is to the CDC site that they can go on, and if they hit, their computers are probably up for translation, it would be in Spanish for them.
Okay, si ustedes ven si ustedes ven la segunda dirección de internet que está ahí para la página de CDC, si ustedes van ahí, va a estar en las instrucciones en español igual.
Okay. Next slide, Deb or John. I'm not sure who has control of it.
Contact tracing.
Okay, good. So if there is a positive test that the DOH has notified us about, Department of Health, we would participate in contact tracing with their contact tracing department.
Sorry, Carrie, I don't want to interrupt you, but on the YouTube channel, they're not matching the slides.
No, it's like a 15-second delay.
Okay. I apologize about that.
That's okay. No worries.
Are there any questions up to this point, Liz?
No, I'm not seeing
No
any.
questions.
Okay.
You got
I'll
27
I'll
watching.
restate that, Liz, for you.
Yes, please. Just break it up in little paragraphs.
Sure. So contact tracing, if we have a positive case that is conferred by Department of Health, we then will participate and support the contact tracing program through the state.
Okay, si hay, para seguimiento de contactos, si hay alguna, I'm sorry, I'm having technical difficulties over here.
That's okay.
All right, if you were saying about the contact tracing.
Sure. So if we have a positive case of COVID-19.
Okay, give me one second. Si hay un caso positivo de COVID-19.
Contact tracing will happen with the Department of Health and the contact tracing program.
Okay, y el seguimiento de contacto va a seguir con el Departamento de Salud y con el caso de seguimiento.
Okay, so as a school, we are to assist the public health department in knowing who may have had contact at school.
Como una escuela, nosotros tenemos que dejarles a ellos saber si hay alguien que ha tenido contacto
with a confirmed case.
Con un caso confirmado.
And then I'm just going to read those if you want to just read those points, Liz, rather than me saying it in English and then you in Spanish?
Sure.
Keeping accurate. Okay.
All right. So, el seguimiento de contacto. La escuela de Springs ha identificado a nuestra enfermera principal, Deb.
Oh, sorry. The
That's
ones
okay.
that start keeping accurate attendance records for students and staff members.
I just lost the
Those-
slide.
All right, I'll read it for you. Keeping accurate attendance records of students and staff members.
Teniendo, here we go. Tenemos en cuenta, go ahead, I'm sorry, Carrie, I'm having.
I see. Tell me when you're ready. It's okay.
Where did the PowerPoint go? Who was
John has the PowerPoint.
okay, so we lost that presentation.
You know what? No, I'm just going to open it on my Chromebook. That way I can go off of there. Give me 1 second.
Escribe preguntas aquí.
We're getting a lot of feedback from someone, I have to
Might
say.
be John. Questions,
Entire class is quarantined.
maybe.
Okay,
Deb,
los
getting a lot
seguimiento
of
de
feedback.
contactos. That's the one, right, Carrie?
At a portion would be quarantined with the mask.
Un momento. Keeping
Claro que sí.
yeah, it's slide 7, Liz.
So slide 7 would be for me. Bear with me 1 second. Yep, contact.
Yep. So then under those, the second set of bullets, keeping accurate attendance records of students and staff members.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just read those for me rather than me saying them in English and you in Spanish.
Absolutely. Mantener registro preciso de asistencia de estudiantes y miembros del personal. Agradece de que los horarios de los estudiantes están actualizados. Mantener un registro de los visitantes que incluye la fecha, la hora y el lugar en la escuela con visitario, ayudar a los departamentos de salud locales a arrastrar todos los contactos de la persona en la escuela de acuerdo con el protocolo de...
Hold on, Liz, 1 second. John,
Sure.
They said there's no sound on YouTube. Can you turn captions on?
Yeah, I just fixed the sound. I don't know what happened.
Okay, let me see if I have it.
I don't want to turn captions on because
Good, okay.
you know.
Gotcha. There's sound now.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened.
That's okay. Sorry, just fixing this over here.
Am I on the right slide?
No, contact tracing, please.
I don't see any slides at all.
I have slides on YouTube. You're on.
Yeah, they're on YouTube, but
Oh, yeah. You're on the correct slide, John. Sorry.
I'm on number 7. Just let me know when to move ahead.
Okay. All right, Liz, tell me when you're done. And that last point, school staff, is very important.
Okay. That's exactly what I was halfway through.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. El personal de la escuela no debe de tratar de determinar quién será excluido de la escuela basando el contacto sin la guía y directo. I'm sorry. Why isn't this? There we go. And it did that for me. Sin la guía y dirección del Departamento de Salud local.
So I just really want to stress to parents that we are not determining when students or staff can come or not come to school based on COVID-19. We will follow the Department of Health and what they're telling us to do.
But we did go over the regulations with Deb the other day about how if you have a test that you have to show, if you have a positive test, you have to show that you have a negative test to come back.
Yep, that's on the next slide.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
Okay. So
You
I don't
ready
know,
for-
Liz, if you just want to repeat that and stress to parents that that is important.
Ok, es importante para ustedes saber que nosotros no estamos determinando quién es que tiene COVID-19 o las síntomas de COVID-19.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
John, next slide. So this is if you do have a positive COVID test, when you can return to school or work.
We have to go
There,
back to slide 8. We
Oh.
went ahead one too far. We didn't go over
Sorry,
slide 8.
there you go.
Right
Up a little bit. Okay. And the two words that we hear often are quarantine and isolation.
Las dos palabras que seguimos escuchando es cuarentena y aislación.
So students are quarantined to keep someone who might have been exposed to COVID-19 away from others. So that is that they're not positive, but they may have the disease to stop the spread.
So you're indicating that the child should be quarantined on.
I just want parents to know what the term quarantine means and what the term isolation means, because
Got
it's
it.
important. They hear it a lot and they need to know the difference. So quarantine is the person is not tested positive
Okay, hold
for
on one second.
COVID, but they have been around someone who has been exposed.
Tested for COVID.
They've been exposed to who is tested positive for COVID.
Okay, so le queremos explicar unas cosas con la palabra de cuarentena y aislación. Cuarentena significa que no ha tenido la prueba de COVID-19 y no ha tenido una prueba positiva, y aislación significa que ha tenido una prueba positiva y hay que aislar la persona o estudiante.
And they should stay at home, stay away from people, and monitor their health if they are having symptoms, or if they start to have symptoms.
Le expresamos que debe de quedarse en casa y cuidarse, y cuidarse si ha tenido algunos síntomas.
Okay.
Que-
And follow obviously the guidance of their healthcare provider.
y por favor que sigan los seguimientos de su doctor primario.
Okay. Isolation is when a person is diagnosed with COVID-19 and that they should stay away from people to not infect them.
Aislación significa que la persona ha salido positiva por examen y debe de estarse cuidado con personas.
Okay. And even if they are home, they should be in a room, but if it's a kid, I know it's a little bit harder because you need to take care of them, but really keep them isolated in a room / and a bathroom away from people who are not sick.
So, si usted está enfermo o el estudiante está enfermo, debe mantenerse en una recámara aislada y un baño separado si tiene otro baño para usar.
And this, if their child or a staff member does test positive, the recommendations right now are that
Si un estudiante o un facultad ha tenido la prueba y ha salido positivo,
for them to be able to return to school
Para
are
ello-
the following, and you could just read those, Liz.
para ello poder regresar a la escuela, tiene que seguir lo siguiente. And what slide are we on?
You're on 8, and it's the bottom where it says it has
The
been at least 10 days. Yes.
Okay. Recomendaciones actuales de Nueva York, del estado de Nueva York y el Departamento de Salud. El estudiante y personal pueden regresar si ha pasado al menos 10 días desde que el individuo tuvo los primeros síntomas. Ha pasado al menos 24 horas desde que el individuo ha tenido fiebre sin usar medicamentos para reducir la fiebre. Es muy importante que ustedes entiendan la diferencia. Los medicamentos paran la fiebre, pero necesitamos que está sin el medicamento. What I just explained them for them to be able to understand is they need to know the difference with taking medications for the fevers and not taking medications for the fever. We need to make sure that they do not have a fever without medications.
Correct. And it's been 24 hours and their symptoms have diminished, are becoming better. That's important.
Y tiene que ser 24 horas que no ha tenido una fiebre sin medicamentos y sus síntomas han mejorado.
If they had a COVID test, their child, and it was positive, they have to have a test that says it is negative now and a doctor's note that they can return back to school.
Si han tenido un examen que le ha salido positivo, tiene que ir al médico otra vez para que y tener otro examen que sea que es negativo. And what you say that's the negative part?
And also a doctor's note saying that they can return to school. So they need both a negative test and a doctor's note.
Pueden regresar y el estudiante puede regresar a la escuela.
And that is a change from a week ago.
Y eso sí cambió hace una semana.
Okay. Liz, we do have a question in the chat from Recerdos 1973. Por favor, una pregunta. Yo, Yana, mal
el formulario.
Yep. Is that a question or?
It's a question. She filled out a form for her child that she did not understand the questions properly.
Okay, so maybe she can call us at school tomorrow. Call you, Liz, and
absolutely.
Oh, Jeff Lopez. We'll call her tomorrow. Then we know what parent that is. Tell her we'll call her tomorrow.
Lo vamos a llamar mañana. Yo voy a hablar con usted mañana si está disponible, por favor.
All right, so we'll call Jeff.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're very much welcome.
Okay, next slide, John.
Next slide, please. So the additional change to the plan.
Wait, I have to show something.
Sorry.
That's okay. I got Ziva acting up over here as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the additional change to the plan is regarding mask.
Okay. Los cambios adicionales al plan es para las máscaras que tenemos que usar. Go ahead.
The CDC strongly recommends that everyone wear a mask in public setting and practice social distancing requirements, staying 6 feet apart.
El CDC recomiendan encarecidamente que todos usen máscaras en lugares públicos y participen y a distancia de 6 pies hay que mantener social también. Okay.
And just today, the Department of Health for Suffolk County agrees face coverings should be the norm, not the exception.
Y hoy el Departamento de Suffolk County declaró que debe de ser usar las máscaras todos los días y va a ser normal para usarlo.
So all students in grades K to 8 will be required to wear a mask except when they take a mask break outside and they eat lunch.
Okay, de ahora adelante todos los niños que están de clase de kinder a 8 grados tienen que usar una máscara. La excepción va a ser cuando van a tener un descanso para respirar con las máscaras y cuando están afuera.
So in addition to the masks that have this exhalation valves, they are now saying no gator mask. So those are the 2 exceptions. Otherwise, cloth masks are fine. If a child does not have a mask, one will be provided to them.
Okay. Se está diciendo también que no se debe usar máscaras con válvulas de exhalación o ventilación para ayudar a evitar que las personas que use una máscara propague por COVID-19 y a otras personas.
Any questions regarding mask, Liz?
Let me check.
Deb, I have a question. So did that just come out today? No
Yes.
gaiters? What
Yeah.
about bandanas? Because that was
Yeah, I didn't even hear about this. This is news to me.
bandanas was asked at the Monday meeting.
I think the bandanas are similar to these gaiters. The
I
gaiters,
know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking too.
I think
So-
those have been shown to really be not effective anyway, because the bandana's open at the bottom and it's
Right.
Now,
you know,
is it-
doing the job.
we
yeah.
can add both.
Now,
Okay.
the gaiters are similar to like a cloth, and I know a parent's gonna ask that. So are cloth masks okay?
Yes.
Okay, so let's
I think the thing is, Liz, it has to be covering the bottom and the top of your, your nose and your mouth. It can't be open to breathe. I
okay.
think that's the issue. So as long as it's a mask that's around, your ears, your head, that's tight. That's
Like a
probably-
surgical mask.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let me explain that to the parents.
Thank
So-
you, Liz.
Se puede usar las máscaras que son de telas. La máscara que se suben del cuello para arriba la cara no son permitidas por el Estado porque no funcionan. So, se tiene que usar la que son de tela y que le cubren de la cara de aquí hasta el oído que se puede poner atrás. Ahora, si el estudiante, por ejemplo, se le olvida su máscara en la casa, nosotros tenemos mascarillas para ello en la escuela que pueden usar para ese día. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're
Thanks,
very
Liz.
welcome.
So the parents did receive a survey in English and Spanish, and we have the results of that survey that I want to go over.
Han recibido una encuesta que salió la encuesta en inglés y español y la señora quiere hablar con ustedes sobre las encuestas.
John, let's go to slide 11. You have it?
Any other questions?
This is where I'm going to explain the difference between the hybrid model, remote learning, and home instruction, Liz.
I'm sorry, I was reading one of the questions.
I'm going to take the question first.
She's asking if it's mandatory just to wear only the cloth one. No, señora, no es obligado solamente de tela. Se puede usar la que se usan de lo que se usan, los médicos usan también. Sí, se pueden ser la que son desechables. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to slide 11, which is the survey results, and I'm going to explain the difference between the hybrid, the remote learning, and I understand there's lots of questions on home instruction.
Correct. So ella va a ir vamos a hablar de los resultados de las encuestas, vamos a hablar de las encuestas que le mandaron a su casa de pre-kinder a todos los grados.
So 71% of the parents, there were 362 responses, prefer their children to come back to school.
71% de la encuesta desean que los hijos regresen a la escuela.
And the reason we are not coming back to school 5 days a week
La razón que no estamos regresando a la escuela 5 días a la semana
is because we don't have enough room to social distance
porque
and accommodate all the children.
no tenemos la suficiente espacio para poder ser la distancia social para nuestros estudiantes.
So the hybrid, we're leaning towards students coming in A-B day. That means they would come to school on an A-day student, the letters A to L-U,
That's a different.
would come in on Monday.
So lo que estamos planeando es por el cohorte sería, por ejemplo, día A. Y los apellidos empieza de A AL para el lunes.
And then the B group would come in on Tuesday.
El grupo B va a entrar el martes
That would be L, Y to Z.
de LI a Z.
Now, if parents have children with different last names,
Ahora
we
sí, padres
will cohort them together.
con diferentes apellidos lo vamos a poner juntos. Okay.
Then they would come back, they would do remote learning on Wednesday.
Y van a hacer las clases virtuales los miércoles.
And then on Thursday and Friday, it repeats again. A day on Thursday, B day on Friday. When children are not in school, they are remote learning.
Ahora, y jueves y viernes se repite igual, lo mismo como se repitió el lunes y martes, A a L el jueves, viernes L a Z. Y what was the last thing you said, Ms. Winters?
That they would be remote learning. When they're not in school, they're remote learning from home.
Okay. Y cuando no están en la escuela, van a estar aprendizaje a distancia.
21% of our parents said that they would prefer children to be at home 5 days a week on remote learning. That is with a teacher from our school and using our curriculum and our Chromebooks.
What was the percentage again? I'm sorry, 21%?
21%.
21% de nuestros padres decidieron que los estudiantes estudiaban en casa a distancia remota con nuestros maestros y con los cuadernos que le dimos de Chromebooks para estudiar.
So we will be calling parents
Vamos a estar llamando a los padres
that indicated they wanted remote learning
que indicaron que quisieron distancia a aprendizaje
to find out why they wanted the remote learning. Is there a medical issue?
para saber si por qué querían aprendizaje a remoto, si había por una preocupación de salud o enfermedad.
Or, or are they just, uncomfortable or unsure? Can we answer these questions?
Para saber si no están cómodos por mandarle a sus hijos a la escuela.
Now, 7.5% indicated that they were home instructing their children. And let me explain what that is.
7.5% de los padres decidieron que van a hacer escuela en casa con sus hijos. Déjeme explicarle lo que significa escuela en casa.
So home instruction is when a parent selects a program and homeschools their child.
Escuela en casa es donde el padre escoge el currículum para el estudiante y el padre enseña al estudiante en casa.
If a parent wants to homeschool their child, they need to send a letter to myself.
Si el padre quiere que tenga un estudiante escuela en casa, tiene que mandar la información a la señora Deborah Winters.
And we will send them an application that has to be completed.
Y nosotros le enviaremos una aplicación que se necesita completar.
Are there questions regarding the cohorting or the home instruction or remote learning?
Now, we've actually asked parents if they want the 5-day remote. We're not 100% sure yet on how that can be offered. We were doing this to take the temperature of what people's feelings were, right?
Correct.
Liz, can you translate that so parents are aware that this is not a definite, the 5-day remote, but we were just wondering how many parents would be interested to see if there was enough parents that maybe we could offer that?
Ok, solamente le queremos de saber y estamos hablando con ustedes porque queremos las opiniones de ustedes. No es permanente lo de 5 días aprendizaje remoto. Queremos saber las opiniones de los padres.
Thank you.
You're very much welcome.
John, slide 12 just shows the cohorts that parents preferred. So most parents didn't have a preference.
La mayoría de los padres no han tenido ni una preferencia sobre
That-
el cohorte.
Liz, that was seeing if they wanted their child to come in 2 days in a row or if they wanted their child to come in like a Monday and a Thursday.
Y esto era para
Kind of
saber
separate it.
si ustedes querían que los hijos entraran como un lunes o martes o jueves y viernes, para saber qué días eran para que los padres querían que los hijos entraran a la escuela.
There are those results. Okay. There's, on page 14, there's a sample of the schedule to look at.
En la página 14 hay un ejemplo de lo que va a ser el schedule para.
Deb, do you want me to go over that a little bit?
Yes, and speak a little bit to that zero period,
Yes,
Carrie.
absolutely.
That's
Yep.
with transportation and car line.
Correct. Okay. So what we're looking at right now is that students' temperatures will be taken before they get on the bus at the bus stop.
Okay,
And
lo que
if
estamos haciendo ahora es que, y lo que estamos viendo es que se le va a tomar la temperatura de los estudiantes en la parada de bus
and before they get out of their car on car line.
y antes de que salen del carro cuando están dejando los estudiantes en la escuela.
Okay. If their temperature is 100 or more, they will not be allowed to come into school.
Ahora, si su temperatura es 100.0 o más, no se le permitiría la entrada a la escuela.
It would be important for parents to stay with their child at the bus stop.
Es importante que los padres se queden con los estudiantes en la parada de bus.
So in case their temperature is 100, then they can take the child home.
Si por en caso su temperatura es 100.0 y ustedes pueden llevarse los hijos a su casa.
And please, please do not give your child Tylenol or Motrin in the
Por
morning
No le
to
den,
break their temperature. They
okay.
need to be 24 hours
Without
free
a-
of fever.
Por favor, no le den Motrin ni Tylenol a sus hijos en la mañana antes de ir a la escuela porque necesitan ellos estar sin fiebre por 24 horas.
Okay, so what we did here is because we have to take temperatures at the bus stop and before students leave their car.
Lo que hicimos aquí es porque tenemos que tomarle la temperatura a los estudiantes antes de subirse al bus o de salirse de su carro.
We extended arrival just so we can get the students in. So it will begin at 8:20. There will be no more 7:30 drop off.
Okay, so lo que hicimos es extendimos el horario. What was the hour to? You extended the time to when?
Well, it'll be 8:30 to 8:50.
De la,
Kids will not be marked late.
Va a ser el horario de 8:30 hasta las 8:50 y no se preocupe que el estudiante no lo vamos a poner como tarde.
Okay. Students will not be allowed on grounds unsupervised before 8:20.
Estudiantes no van a ser permitidos sin supervisación hasta las 8:20. No se va a poder dejar los estudiantes a la escuela a las 7 de la mañana.
Okay. Once the student's temperature is taken and it is
La
under
temperatura se ha
100.
tomado, ajá,
they will go straight to their classroom.
y está debajo de 100 grados, los estudiantes van a poder ir a su clase.
Okay. And so that first zero period, teachers will be checking in with the kids. They may have a class morning meeting. They're going to check if there was homework, if the kids have any questions. So it is important for the kids to be here at 8:20.
Es importante que los hijos estén aquí a las 8:20 porque ese periodo cero va a ser que los maestros van a hablar con los estudiantes o van a tener, le va a chequear su tarea o si los estudiantes tienen alguna pregunta para preguntarle a su maestro o profesor o profesora.
Okay. So we still have an 8-period day. We shortened the periods, so we
Todavía
could have
estamos
that.
en un periodo al 8 periodo.
So we could have that extended time in the morning to make sure everyone gets in safe.
Y estamos extendimos el horario para que todos podían entrar en la mañana.
And then we have extended time in the afternoon.
Y extendimos el horario en la tarde.
We could have everyone all the students get on the bus and to their cars
Y para
safely.
que todos los estudiantes pueden subir al autobús y a su carro.
Okay. So they still will have 8 periods and all of their academics.
Y todavía van a tener los 8 periodos y todas sus academias.
Okay. Are there any questions about that, Liz?
Let's talk about lunch too, Carrie, okay?
Yes,
Yes.
that's an important question. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Okay.
Come on, Ziva, outside. Come on. Go.
Just bring the dog in the meeting.
I'm on slide 14, right?
We're still, yes. Deb,
Yes.
is her dog? Is that the puppy?
Yes, it is.
I apologize about that.
That's okay. So lunch, there will not be recess as the usual recess. We will have,
No va a haber el receso normal como era. Ajá.
we're going to have mass breaks and time to go outside built in throughout the day.
Vamos a tener en el periodo del día descanso para que los muchachos puedan ir a respirar afuera sin la máscara.
Okay. So they won't have like that 20 minutes recess. There's just too many kids and we don't have enough outdoor space to accommodate that.
No vamos a tener los 20 minutos que normalmente teníamos para el receso porque es demasiados estudiantes para poder hacerlo en el día.
Okay. So kids will still be receiving instruction 5 days, but they will be in school 2 days in person
Los
and then
estudiantes
3
van
days virtual.
recibiendo instrucciones 5 días a la semana, pero los 2 días en la clase y 3 días virtualmente.
Okay. So if there's any questions,
Should we
I
discuss
don't
about
see any.
that they need to make sure their children have their lunches?
Yes.
And yes,
Okay.
lunch has to come with their child. Oh, good point. And I have more to that public announcement.
Absolutely.
Lunches have to come with their child. In a paper bag would be wonderful. They will not be able to bring a lunch if their child forgets a lunch. We will
Accommodate them.
accommodate that, as well as their Chromebook needs to come back and forth to
Every
school charged. Yes, every
Okay.
day.
Ok, les queremos explicar que el almuerzo, ahora adelante, ustedes tienen que asegurar que el estudiante venga con su almuerzo en una bolsa de papel. No se va a poder, si el estudiante dejó su almuerzo en casa, usted no va a poder venir a dejarlo. Si el estudiante lo deja en su casa el almuerzo, nosotros vamos a tener la manera para darle un almuerzo a ese estudiante que se le olvidó su almuerzo. Además, la computadora o el Chromebook que tiene el estudiante tiene que venir con el estudiante el día que le toca ir a la escuela y tiene que estar cargado. Okay.
Okay, just a minute. So, Carrie, that's the first I've heard you say that the kids need to bring lunch in a paper bag. Are they not allowed to bring regular lunch boxes?
They can bring regular lunch boxes, but a paper bag, it might just be easier for parents. They don't have to then clean it.
Right, I know, but some kids, like my kids, always brought like lunch in a thermos because they don't eat sandwiches. So
Yep, correct. So they can like write that down, but just to kind of cut down on what parents may have to clean, paper bag may be easier for them.
Right, but it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be.
It's not mandated.
Yeah.
No.
No es mandatorio que el almuerzo vaya en una bolsa de papel, solamente es preferible que venga una bolsa de papel.
Pero si quieren otro tipo de bolso o que sea para que puedan llevar un almuerzo caliente en un thermos,
Un termo.
todavía se puede.
Yeah, because I know a lot of students do come to school and they have their food in their thermos to keep it hot. So that would, you know,
Sí, nosotros sabemos que la mayoría,
that's
algunos
fine.
estudiantes traen su termo para mantenerlo caliente y eso está bien, su almuerzo.
Carrie, let's talk about supplies a little bit here so that they understand.
Sure.
The supply list that they're going to get is for, home, and we're going to be buying supplies for in school.
Vamos a hablar ahora de los útiles de la escuela para los estudiantes. Los útiles para los estudiantes, ustedes van a comprar los útiles y esos útiles se van a quedar en casa y la escuela le va a dar útiles a los estudiantes para que lo tengan hecho en clase y eso se quedan en clase. Go ahead, Ms. Winter.
Yeah, we're trying to get everything in that we possibly have discussed in the past. This next slide 15 just shows the cohort by the letters, the alphabet, which I spoke about already.
Yes. So, la pantalla 13 está enseñando lo que ya hablamos de los días A, B y con los apellidos.
Carrie, do you want to talk about 17, the synchronized and asynchronized learning for remote instruction, just to put it in simple terms for them?
Sure. So
It's slide 17, John.
I have, okay. So what we have been discussing is live instruction. So if the teacher is teaching one class in person, then the other group of students at home would be able to watch and follow along from home. So it would be in live time.
I'm sorry, explain that again, Carrie.
So if I'm teaching my class at school, it would be recorded live.
So, por ejemplo, si la profesora, I'm going to use you as an example, Carrie. So, por ejemplo, si la profesora es la señora Delario y ella está enseñando a sus estudiantes en la clase, esa clase va a estar grabada en vivo.
And the kids at home would be watching live exactly when I'm teaching and would be able to write in questions or raise their hand, things like that.
Y los estudiantes que están en casa va a estar viendo la clase en vivo por si en caso tienen alguna pregunta y van a poder participar igual.
And this is a definition. This is not saying that this is what's going to happen.
Y esto es una definición, esto no es exactamente lo que va a pasar.
And that means that the kids would have to be on at 9 o'clock to watch that lesson, 9:45 to watch the next lesson. Like they would follow their schedule and be in technically really class for almost the whole day.
So, entonces, lo que va a pasar aquí es lo que el estudiante tiene que estar en la computadora y en vivo a las 9 de la mañana, si es la clase a las 9 de la mañana, después a las 9:45, después a las 10. Tiene que estar en clase todo el día.
Okay. And then asynchronized is when the lessons are recorded and the student can watch it at any time. Mostly that's what we were doing in the spring. So if
es lo que estamos haciendo en la primavera, que las clases son grabadas y se pueden ver a cualquier momento en el día.
Okay, so that means that if the child has to go to work that day with the parents, when they get home at 5 and after dinner, they can then watch the lessons and do it then. They wouldn't have to be sitting in class.
So eso significa si, por ejemplo, usted un día tenía que llevar a su hijo con usted al trabajo, lo puede ver y usted llega a su casa a las 5, el estudiante lo puede ver después y estudiar después a la hora que es conveniente para ustedes.
Or if they were with a babysitter or, someone else.
La niñera o con otra persona.
Okay. And students, if it's in person or digitally, students will be expected to complete all assignments, hand
Sí,
them in, and they will be graded.
todos los estudiantes están esperados a hacer todos sus trabajos. And what was the last one you said?
All assignments will be graded. Well, not all, but assignments will be graded that the teachers choose.
Y los trabajos que los profesores o profesoras escogen van a ser, oh, what's the word? Barbara, what's the word? Grade in Spanish. That's one word I forgot. Grado.
Grado.
Grado. I knew that, Liz. Grado.
You're doing great.
Así que esa página fue un discurso sobre la diferencia de sincrónico contra asincrónico y realmente la mayoría de lo que está pasando sería asincrónico y no sincrónico porque hay dificultades de facilitar eso con los maestros y también con los estudiantes.
Okay, Liz, we do have a few questions. Esa hablando solo de tela from.
Tengo una pregunta. ¿Cómo puede hacer el Chromebook de mi hijo?
Yeah,
No,
it's broken.
Its
So
Chromebook is broken. Yeah.
Yeah, so that parent can call us and we can get them a new Chromebook.
Let me send her.
Yeah, or ask her who her child is, and then we can call them tomorrow. And then the one above there too, Liz.
Yep.
John, we can go to the last slide, 19, for any other questions. We still have another board meeting on Monday, the 17th, to, what was that? Where the board will make some final decisions on A, B, AABB, whether we're doing synchronized or asynchronized learning for remote. And any updates that we get from the Department of Health will be shared at that meeting as well.
I'm sorry, Ms. Winters, I was answering the parents' questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have another board meeting on Monday.
Vamos a tener otra junta el lunes.
And of course, we'll keep the parents informed. There'll be letters going out.
Vamos a tenerlos a todos ustedes, los padres, informados. Van a haber cartas que se le van a mandar a su casa.
Remind them about Parent Portal to be sure that information in Parent Portal is up to date so that they can get in to see who their child's teacher is when that's posted, that they're getting emails, text messages, so important.
Es importante que ustedes tienen toda la información en el portal de los padres correcto, porque ahí van a poder ver los reportes de sus hijos, van a poder ver, hablar y los maestros le van a poder mandar mensajes y información de sus hijos por el portal de los padres. También necesitamos que todos tengan correo electrónico y que nos den ese correo electrónico para que y si no lo tienen en nuestro sistema, nos puede dar a nosotros y nosotros lo podemos poner en eSchools. I just also verified that we need to have every parent have an email for us to be able to communicate with them, and that way they can be in the parent portal.
And can you also tell them if they're opted, if they don't receive text messages, that they should opt in, and those instructions, John, did you put them on our website yet? Will be on our website to opt in.
Yes, they're on slide 4.
Okay, on slide 4.
Now,
Thanks,
ahora
John.
si algunos de los padres no están recibiendo mensajes de texto, en nuestra página de internet, en el número 4, está la dirección o información para que ustedes puedan recibir mensajes de texto.
Liz, also remind them that if they have not responded to the survey on transportation, they need to email us if they want transportation.
Ahora, si ustedes no han podido llenar las encuestas por transportación, nos pueden mandar un correo electrónico si ustedes quieren transportación de autobús para su hijo o hija.
Thank you. Any other questions?
¿Algunas preguntas? Okay, I got a parent that's saying that she did not get emails from the school. She's going to give us a call tomorrow to be
Okay.
able to put that in. Sí, señora, mañana llámame a la escuela y yo la puedo ayudar. Si no contesto el número de la escuela, me puede mandar un correo electrónico. Mi correo electrónico está en la página de internet, o si no, me puede marcar a un número que le voy a mandar aquí en este momento. I'm
Liz,
just-
do you want to put your email in that side comment? Just
Yes,
for
I'm gonna
parents
do that,
to
and
email you with any questions?
Yes, I'm also sending
That'd be
them
great.
the
That phone number, the cell
that phone
phone?
number as well. Yes,
Okay,
that way they can
Thank
either
you.
call me or text me on that number as well,
okay.
because that's been a lot easier for the parents.
Yeah, we might have to get a new phone for sub service.
Sorry, guys.
Let's get another phone, that's all.
Sorry.
Now that parents have that number, you know?
Absolutely. And it's been, I'm going to be quite honest with you, wonderful for the parents. It's been easier for the parents, for example, with registration, where they don't have to worry about being able to scan something, or if they're at work, they're able to text me and speak to me at the same time.
Right.
Wonderful. So we'll put that on our list to do, Carrie.
Okay, I have it. I added it.
We want our parents to know, Liz, to please,
Yes.
you know, you speak Spanish, our
Mhm.
social worker speaks Spanish, our psychologist speaks Spanish. We
Mhm.
want them to reach out to us. We can translate. They can email that March 2020 as well.
Mhm.
We can use Google Translate to translate it. I have done that.
Yes. So lo que nosotros queremos que ustedes sepan que aquí hay no solamente podemos ayudarles a ustedes. Hay varias gente que habla español. La trabajadora social Teresa Alam habla español. Yo hablo español. O si no podemos comunicarnos con alguien que puede ayudarle, le vamos a ayudar en lo mejor que nosotros podamos, porque nosotros estamos aquí para ustedes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Casal speaks Spanish as well, and we really welcome all of our parents to participate and voice their opinions as well as their concerns so we can best educate their children.
Y el principal, que es el señor Casal, también habla español. Y, well, I'm sorry, what was the last thing you said?
So their questions and concerns so we can best educate their children. You know, we really
Y
welcome
nosotros
the
queremos
dialogue.
preguntas y cuáles son sus preocupaciones para que así podemos ayudarlo a usted y al estudiante a lo mejor que podemos ayudarlos a ustedes.
Liz, there was one more from Mari VR. Just about something tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
If she can come to school.
phone number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call you. Okay, great.
Si tienen alguna pregunta allí en el comentario, yo puse mi número de celular de trabajo. Ahí me pueden mandar un texto. Si es más fácil para ustedes hablar, solamente me dejan saber quién es usted y el nombre del estudiante. I just explained to the parents that in the comment area, I did put my cell phone. If they have any questions, they can send me a text. Just let me know who they are and who the child is.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm
You're
just
welcome.
looking to see if there's anything else.
Yo me imagino que realmente hay otras preguntas, porque todos tenemos preguntas sobre lo que está pasando y las cosas están cambiando casi cada semana, parece. Entonces, nuestro plan tiene que estar fluido. Puede ser que, aunque decidimos algo la próxima semana, el lunes, que como estamos planeando, puede ser que 1 o 2 semanas después tenemos que cambiar de pensamiento y cambiar el plan, y todos tienen que estar preparados de ser bien flexible.
Flexible.
flexibles y gracias. Bien
De nada.
flexible con lo que va a pasar. Y realmente paciencia y la flexibilidad, si todos tenemos eso, podemos hacer ese juntos. Aunque va a ser difícil, va a ser diferente para nuestros estudiantes. Yo sé que había padres que querían que sus hijos van a clase 5 días, pero en realidad lo que va a estar pasando en las clases va a ser bien diferente de lo que estudiantes están acostumbrados, porque no van a estar justo al lado de sus amigos, tienen que estar separados, no va a haber cosas con que jugar porque hay que limpiar todo. Así que todos tienen que estar preparados para estos cambios y vamos a ver cómo salgan todo ya que cuando comenzamos a las clases en tal forma que comenzamos. Y espero que tenemos más respuestas para cómo va a ser el plan la próxima semana y ustedes van a saber. Liz, are you still there, Liz?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. You got frozen for a minute there.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm still here. I'm just reading. John, is there any way, can you see the number in the comments? Because the parents saying they don't see my phone number in the comment.
Yeah, I don't either. The cell?
The cell number, yeah. Is there
Give it to me. I can do it. 631.
599 0710?
0710,
Yeah, ma'am.
and then email emailins at springsschool.org. Okay, there we go.
Any other questions? We can't wait to have our kids back in school. It's going to look a little different, but we're going to do our very best to make it a very good experience for our children.
Nosotros sabemos que va a ser un poco diferente en septiembre para nuestros estudiantes, pero vamos a hacer lo mejor posible para que nuestros estudiantes estén cómodos y bien.
Deb, what we did not talk about is cleaning.
Oh,
And
yes.
just to let parents know that we did social distance all the students' desks. Each classroom will have hand sanitizer. Some classrooms have soap and water. All of our bathrooms were switched to automatic faucets, paper towels, soap.
So, le queremos decir que lo de limpieza, toda la clase van a tener desinfectante, van a tener desinfectante de limpieza de los Clorox wipes, van a tener, algunas clases van a tener agua y jabón. What was the other stuff you said? I just ended at water and soap.
Paper towel is
Y
automatic.
papel
too.
de toallas también van a tener y en los baños cambiamos el lavamanos para que el agua sale automáticamente. I just said about the bathrooms and
Okay.
Our custodians will be cleaning during the day.
nuestros custodios van a estar limpiando en el día.
You know, the handles of everything that people touch, and then every night cleaning and disinfecting every room.
Y van a estar limpiando periódicamente. En el día van a estar limpiando las puertas donde tocan los niños en cualquier lugar. Y en la noche van a desinfectar todas las clases.
And at this time, there are no outside groups in our building. No Project Most, no sports, no.
Pero deportes, is that before we even say that, is that a permanent thing for the whole school year?
As of now, yes.
As of now, it is.
Okay,
Yep.
as of now it is. So para este momento va a ser que no va a haber deportes para el año escolar de Springs y no va a haber Project Most para el año de Springs del 2020-21. Eso es para este momento.
Kids are staying together and staff is moving. So an art teacher will visit their room.
So lo que va a pasar, los
No commingling.
estar en la clase. Los maestros son los que van a cambiar de clase. Por ejemplo, si tienen el primer periodo es de matemática, va a venir el profesor o profesora de matemática, después va a venir el profesor de música, después el profesor de arte, etcétera, etcétera. Ajá.
I think too with Project Most, we know it's important for our parents, but
Nosotros
we
sabemos
really,
que el proyecto MOS es importante para ustedes. Ujú.
but we really needed our custodians to get in right at 3:20. All staff and
Pero
students will be
necesita-
gone by 3:20.
Ok, necesitamos que nuestra facultad de limpieza pueden entrar y limpiar a las 3:20.
There was something else I wanted to say. Sorry, hold on.
We are transporting to Project Most. If they're registered for Project Most,
Ajá.
we
Si
will
están
transport
registrados
them.
para proyecto MOS, va a haber transportación para ello. There's a question from a parent. ¿Cuándo vamos a saber qué será los maestros? They would like to know when the schedule will be coming out and when will their teachers, when will they know the children's teachers?
Probably that last week in August.
The last week in August, first week in September. We don't go back. Oh, let's go over the calendar of when we go back.
I
That's
just want to
important.
talk about cleaning for a minute
Okay.
because
Yep.
you,
Excuse me, that phone number didn't come out on the chat.
Okay, I'll do it again, John.
porque para que los padres sepan que eso estamos hablando de limpiando los superficios, pero también sabemos que este virus puede mayormente quizás está pasado por el aire y por eso las ventanas en los cuartos tienen que estar abiertas. También tenemos los sistemas de cambiar el aire en los cuartos y tienen los filtros para sacar todo en el aire y así que cuando comiencen a la escuela, aunque quizás que hace calor, que el aire acondicionado, no vamos a estar utilizando eso porque las ventanas tienen que estar abiertas para que cambien el aire y que tienen aire fresco. Yeah. And the univents those have the HEPA filters in them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we're gonna have them inspected also. Have like a,
So,
I'm sorry about that.
yeah, the key important things from the Department of Health, Liz,
Okay.
are opening our windows, so
Lo
people,
importante, información del Departamento de Salud va a ser abrir nuestras ventanas,
the social distancing,
distancia social,
mask wearing,
usando las máscaras
and ventilation.
y ventilación.
So we've addressed all of those in our cleaning and our disinfecting.
Y nosotros hemos, address. My Spanish is off today. Sorry about that. I've been speaking Spanish, so I apologize about that. Nosotros usamos esa información para, I'm sorry, what were you saying, Deb? I'm sorry.
Disinfecting and cleaning. So we're addressing all the requirements from the Department of Health and the CDC.
Y nosotros estamos haciendo todo lo que el Departamento de CDC y de Salud nos recomendó sobre la limpieza.
What else did we forget, Carrie?
All classrooms will also have a box of gloves, mask in case a child forgets a mask, wipes so the child can wipe down their Chromebook, and they will be having, I think it's important that they're going outside for mask breaks as well, just that parents are aware of that.
Phys ed will be every day. They will have phys ed every day that they're in school.
Van a poder tener afuera, van a salir todos los días, van a poder salir para tener un break para poder quitarse la máscara y respirar un poco. What was it, the rest that you said? I'm sorry, Ms. Winters.
They're going to have phys ed every day in school.
Maybe not.
Phys ed, Jesus.
PE gym class.
Van a tener clase de gimnasio todos los días en la escuela igual. I have a question here from a parent. They want us to explain what will be the routine for the child every day in class.
So the children will be in their classroom, their cohort.
So
They-
el estudiante va a estar en su clase o salón. Ujú.
They will still have their math, their ELA,
Van a hacer
their
todavía
social
sus
studies.
clases, por ejemplo, matemática y ELA. Ajá.
The specials will come to the class. So they will not go to art or music. The teachers will come to them.
Ahora las clases especiales que son música, arte, cosas así, ellos no van a ir a esas clases. Los maestros van a venir a la clase donde están los estudiantes.
And Jim will go outside on nice days.
Y la
If
clase
not,
que los niños van a ir afuera los días que están bonitos.
they'll do something in the classroom related to health or
Yeah.
mindfulness.
Y si el día está, por ejemplo, frío, lloviendo, van a hacer algo en especial en la clase que le ayuda a ellos con, por ejemplo, con meditación y etcétera.
That answer the question?
Should have, yeah. John, ¿ese le ayudó con su pregunta? ¿De la rutina de los estudiantes todos los días? She said yes, thank you.
Okay, any other questions at this point?
¿Alguna otra pregunta que tenga un padre, por favor? No le dé pena, pregunte. I just asked if any other parent has a question, please don't be embarrassed, ask the question.
John, how many people are on with us?
23. Sorry, John. You're on mute.
Elizabeth, tell them that it's being recorded. Please tell their friends to check out the website when John posted, you know.
Another parent said, thank you for the phone number.
They can also call in, on the Google Meet if they want to.
Oh, yes, there's a phone number for Google Meet. You want to give that phone number, John?
Well, it's in the chat, so I'll post it again.
Okay.
And Carrie, let me know if you see it.
Will do. Hold on. It's weird. I saw all the times I posted on the side. Yep,
Yeah,
I see it, John.
I
I
see.
Chat. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
we're all
same
good.
with me. I saw what I posted, the numbers, but you folks couldn't see it.
So no other questions right now?
Le queremos dejar saber que este video ha sido grabado. Si ustedes tienen familias o amistades que no pudieron atender nuestra junta hoy en esta noche, que lo pueden ver apenas que ponen el video en nuestra página de internet en la escuela.
I think maybe just give it a minute if someone is calling in to talk, because that takes a little while to dial in and then put in the code. So we'll wait. But I think it's important, Liz, what Ms. Winter said, that this will be posted to our website. So please tell parents to watch, and if they have any questions, to reach out to us.
Yes, that's what I just said before in Spanish.
Okay.
Le quiero dejar saber lo que dijo la señora Delalio. Ella lo quiere decir lo que le dije yo a ustedes, que le deja saber sus familias y sus amistades, saber que este video está siendo grabado y lo pueden ver después en nuestra página de internet de springsschools.org.
There is one more question, Liz, on the side.
Proceso para los días de enfermedad. What is the process for the sick days? A la escuela tiene que tener prueba. Now, if the child is sick before returning to school, does he need, for example, a letter or a doctor's note or proof to be able to return to school?
That has been our practice in the past, that they should have a doctor's note, especially if it was if they went to the doctor and it was strep or the flu or just a cold or allergies or asthma. It's always nice to have that information.
Okay.
to send to Miss Girardi, our school nurse.
Sí, es bueno que nos da, siempre ha sido nuestra póliza que ustedes traigan una carta manda una carta con el estudiante para que le podemos dar a nuestra enfermera Giraldi para que ellos puedan saber que el niño puede regresar con la autorización de su doctor a la escuela, si por ejemplo, si es alergias o un simple resfriado.
If their child tested positive for COVID, Liz, then they must have a negative test and a doctor's note to return.
Ahora, si el estudiante ha salido con una prueba positiva de COVID-19, tiene que tener un comprobante diciendo después que está negativo para poder regresar a clase. Empiezan las clases y qué horas será la salida. What time do the classes start and what time will they be leaving school?
8:20 classes start. Well, is homeroom. So between 8:20 and 8:45, kids can get to school. And then we are.
Con la primera clase que los niños pueden entrar a la escuela. Ajá.
And then we're starting to dismiss at 2:45.
La salida va a empezar a las 2:45 de la tarde.
It is important that parents are home if their child takes the bus and they're grades 4 or younger, that they're at the bus stop to receive their child
Es
from the
importante
bus.
que ustedes estén en casa y alguien que esté en casa para poder recibir el estudiante, y es importante que alguien está para recibir el estudiante cuando está bajando del autobús. Somebody just asked, does he need to be tested for COVID?
No.
That's the doctor's decision.
Es
The
la
doctor makes that
decisión
decision.
del doctor, si el doctor piensa que el estudiante necesita la prueba de COVID-19.
Is that the child is sick now, or is he just asking, maybe clarification,
El
to
estudiante
come
está
to
enfermo
school? Do they
ahora,
need a test?
clarificación para que el niño entrar a la escuela.
We're not required to have any students
Tested before
all
coming back to
test-
school.
correct. All of our students tested.
Buenas noches, señora Castillo. Es un placer hablar con usted otra vez. Ms. Castillo, I have been speaking with her back and forth lately. She is asking what day the classes start.
September 10th,
La clase
depending on the
es en septiembre. I'm sorry.
depending on what cohort they're in. Castillo will be the 10th.
Dependiendo en qué clase está el estudiante en A o B con el apellido. Señora
Yeah.
Castillo.
Yeah, they would be cohort A then, because it's C. So it would be September 10th.
Sí que tiene tos. So, ¿el estudiante tiene un catarro ahora? Because the parents asking if they have a cough or fever.
Well, then that they should go to their doctor, Liz, and
Usted
let the
tiene que
doctor
ir a su
determine.
médico, y el médico va a determinar si debe tener el examen de COVID-19.
What we're stressing, Elizabeth, is if a child does not feel good when they wake up in the morning, please keep them home.
Lo que queremos dejarles saber a ustedes, si el estudiante se levanta y no se siente bien, por favor, deje el estudiante en casa.
And call the school that they're going to be absent and tell the person that they speak to what the symptoms are of the child and that they're not going to be in today because they're not well.
Y llama a la escuela para dejarnos nosotros saber que el estudiante no se siente bien y que va a hablar con su médico y dejarnos saber cuáles son los síntomas del estudiante.
Parents,
Question, because I got Ms. Castillo asking if she'll be in Class B. The
not if her kid
spreadsheet is right now an example, correct?
did what?
The cohort spreadsheet is an
That
example.
is
It's A to LU.
On
and
Monday,
then-
so that's definite?
Yes.
Okay, sí, señora, entonces usted debe hacer en clase B, porque
A.
lunes en clase A, por ejemplo, cohorte E es de, let me get back to the slide, that way I can see what exactly I'm talking about.
Yeah, as
It's
long as
A.
that was the
Mhm.
child's last name. Is the child's last name Castillo?
El apellido del estudiante, señora Castillo, es Castillo, ¿correcto? I'm waiting for her to answer back.
Okay. I also do want to talk about the parent health survey that they will have to fill out weekly for their child.
Va a haber una encuesta de salud para los padres que va a tener que llenar cada semana para el estudiante. Waiting for her to text back.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse parents, so let's
Yeah.
wait for Ms. Castillo.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so
That's
so
it,
it would be B. Yeah,
Sí,
so it'd
será
be
B
B.
entonces, señora, sí.
So they would start on Friday.
So they would start September 11th, Liz.
Entonces, él va a empezar, Nicolás va a empezar el 11, que es el viernes. Yeah, this is Nicholas Serrano Castillo.
Yep. Okay. The other thing, so I was just mentioning, is that parents will have to fill out a weekly health survey for each child in relation to COVID. So
Cada semana los padres van a tener una encuesta para llenar para sus hijos. Go ahead.
hold on, I actually want to pull up some of the questions.
Okay.
If you just give me a second.
Absolutely.
Oh, don't tell me my computer froze.
I have it.
Ms. Castillo said, thank you, Elizabeth. It's been a pleasure speaking with a person like you. We have another question.
We're very lucky to have her, tell her.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's my pleasure, honestly. We have Mr. Otavio asking about the last name.
We will be going by the first last name.
So vamos a ir por el primer apellido. So, por ejemplo, si el estudiante tiene dos apellidos, vamos a decir que empieza el apellido con Hernández Muñoz, vamos a ir por Hernández. So, Octavio.
It would be an A, Hernandez, right?
Hernández, yes, ma'am. Good luck. Y Hernández será en cojarte A. Ahora usted, Octavio, será cojarte B. Será el 11.
Okay, so the questionnaire that they will have to fill out weekly for each child before they come to that first day, either Monday or Tuesday, depending on the cohort, will have a few questions. It should take them about 30 seconds to complete, maybe a minute.
Is this survey online?
It will be sent to them, like we get it sent, Liz.
Okay, so it'll be sent via email or text?
Yeah, yes, correct.
Okay. I just want to inform the parents.
Yes.
La encuesta que le vamos a mandar semanalmente es para que usted llena y nos deja saber si los síntomas o de COVID-19 que ha podido tener o si no tiene síntomas a la semana. Esa encuesta se le va a mandar por correo electrónico o si no por mensaje de texto.
It will also be on our website.
Y también va a estar en nuestra página de internet springschool.org.
So the questions right now, which may change a little bit depending on any guidance that we get in the next few weeks, would be if, to the best of their knowledge, if that
algunas preguntas que pueden cambiar en las próximas semanas pueden ser
you, your child, or someone in the household, or it would say, sorry, your child or someone in the household had unprotected contact with a suspected or known COVID-19 patient in the last 14 days.
Aunque si usted o su hijo o hija ha tenido contacto con un caso confirmado de COVID-19.
Okay, so that's question one.
Esa es la número uno.
The other question is if the child or anyone that they live with,
Si usted
sorry,
o alguien, el estudiante o alguien con usted vive con, ajá,
has been directed to quarantine, isolate, or self-monitor at home for
o si
COVID
le dan dirección que tiene que estar debajo de aislación o de
by,
cuarentena en su casa, ajá,
by their doctor, hospital, or health agency.
de su doctor, hospital o de salud.
Has your child tested positive for COVID-19 in the past 14 days?
Si a su hijo o hija ha salido positivo en los últimos 14 días por COVID-19.
This is the important one because this is symptoms. So I'm going to just take
Y
a minute and make sure we read this carefully. It will say, is your child currently,
Es su hijo, ¿ah?
or have they experienced any COVID symptoms in the past 14 days?
Si su hijo tiene o ha tenido síntomas de COVID-19 en los últimos 14 días.
Fever of 100 or more,
Fiebre de 100.0 o más,
cough, difficulty breathing,
catarro, problemas de respirar,
or at least two of the following.
o los dos siguientes.
Fever, chills,
Fiebre, resfriado,
fatigue, muscles, or body aches,
cansancio en los músculos, dolor de cuerpo,
repeated shaking with chills,
convulsiones con resfriado,
headache, sore throat,
dolor de cabeza, dolor de garganta,
congestion or runny nose,
si ha tenido la nariz tapada o le está saliendo moquitos,
nausea or vomiting,
si ha tenido náusea o vómito,
diarrhea or loss of taste or smell.
diarrea o pérdida de olfato y de sabor o de sabor.
So it is important for the parents to be monitoring their child's any symptoms that come about, and probably to have a thermometer in their house during these times if they don't already have one.
Es importante que ustedes tengan un termómetro en casa, si lo tienen, o si no, por favor, tengan uno, y es importante que los padres monitoren la salud de sus hijos periódicamente.
Then they will check off that the child has not had a fever in the past 24 hours.
En la encuesta, ustedes van a chequear que el estudiante no ha tenido una fiebre en los últimos 24 horas.
And without fever reducing medicine.
Sin medicamentos para bajar la fiebre.
Okay. And then it also asks that if they have traveled internationally
También
or from
ustedes han salido del país
from
internacionalmente.
a state with.
I'm sorry, was that Carrie? I lost you.
I think she froze up.
Okay.
There are states on the CDC list as well. So it's not just international, but there is a list.
Okay, y hay listas.
It changes daily, so they have to check that.
Okay, perfect. Hay una lista también si ustedes o su hijo han salido del estado igual. Esa lista cambia diariamente. That list you can also find on newyorkstate.gov. Esa lista la pueden encontrar en la página de internet del estado de Nueva York, que es nys.gov.
Sorry, my phone died.
That's okay.
Actually, Liz, my bad. My laptop battery's about to die, so I'm going to bow out. But thank you very much. Muchas gracias para todo, Liz. Y,
Thank you, Elizabeth. Pleasure speaking.
I better go.
Okay.
1%. So
You're welcome,
Thank you.
Barbara, always.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much.
Sorry, my phone died, but we are on delay, so that's nice.
I did answer the rest of the question.
Okay,
Karen.
thank you, Deb.
Any other questions, Elizabeth? Go ahead.
There are questions.
Good.
When is the school open if I need to update my address? La escuela no estamos recibiendo visitantes en este momento. A mí me pueden mandar un correo electrónico o un mensaje de texto y vamos a necesitar las pruebas de su nueva dirección. So me puede llamar mañana si usted desea. So I just let them know that schools, right now, we're only taking everything online, that they can email me. My email that can be found on the website, or they can give me a call tomorrow.
Perfect. All updates can be done through Elizabeth for your contact information or change of address, as well as on the parent portal.
Toda la información que necesitan, si tienen que cambiar su número de teléfono, su dirección, pueden hacerlo conmigo. Y ustedes saben que yo me llamo Elisa, estoy aquí para servirle y ayudarle a usted y a su hijo lo más que puedo. So me pueden llamar mañana a la escuela a 631-324-0144 o si no, a mi número celular me pueden mandar un texto a 631-599-0710. John, can you please put in the school number in the comment and my cell phone number again?
Yes.
Thank you. And my email again. Y si no, me pueden mandar un correo electrónico y le van a poner la dirección ahí en los comentarios. ¿Alguna otra pregunta que alguien tendrá?
Elizabeth, what else can we help them with? Is there anything else they can think of that we could do to better communicate, to better assist them?
La señora Winters está preguntando, ¿en qué le podemos ayudar a servirle a ustedes y ayudarlo en lo más que nosotros podamos ayudarlos?
Every child will get a Chromebook.
Cada estudiante va a recibir un Chromebook, una computadora para que puedan estudiar. Ajá.
There are programs for free breakfast and lunch provided by East Hampton School District.
En este momento hay programas de Hampton School District, están dando almuerzo y desayuno gratis.
So they just have to tell us what they need, okay?
Solamente dilo lo que necesitan y lo vamos a poder ayudar en lo más que nosotros podemos ayudarnos. Nosotros estamos aquí. No le dé pena de pedir ayuda o algún consejo que le podemos dar. I just told them, please don't be embarrassed to ask for help or advice if needed.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, John, for that.
Anything else?
No other questions at this moment.
Maybe a few more minutes and we'll sign off and thank everybody for being here with us tonight. And it is being recorded again. And so tell their friends.
So le vamos a dar unos cuantos minutos más y en caso alguien tiene una pregunta, dile a sus amigos y sus amistades que esta junta fue grabada y la pueden ver después en nuestra página de internet que es springsschool.org. Oh, we have a question. For the remote learning for the 3 days, would their kids have Google Meet with the teachers?
Yes. Yes.
Sí, señor o señora, van a tener con las maestras de Google Meet.
Teachers have to take attendance every day. They have to make contact with their children every day.
Las profesoras tienen que tener contacto todos los días con los estudiantes. Okay. ¿Eso lo ayudó con su pregunta? Let's see if they answer me. I just asked if that helped with his question. Por favor, por mi hijo, en casa no sabemos cómo ayudarlo con las tareas que we have. ¿Quién es? Por favor, póngame el nombre del estudiante ahí y yo le voy a llamar mañana. Okay, we need to speak with Miss Lopez tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep. Sounds good.
I'll send you an email. What's it about?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Señora, vamos a llamar mañana. Mándame un mensaje al número de celular que está ahí puesto en este momento para que así yo tenga su número. Y déjame saber el horario que podemos hablar mañana. And they're asking for full day. Sí, va a ser día completo. Cuando no están en la escuela, virtualmente va a ser día completo. I just explained to them that even though they're doing remote learning on the days that they're not in school, it's full day.
Oh, and say that again, Liz.
When they have their remote learning,
Yes.
it is full day.
Well, when they're home and they're not in school in person, then they will be checking in with their teacher because their teacher's teaching the other cohort during that day. So there'll be like an office hour for the teacher to check in with those students and do a mini lesson. And there will be some of the teachers will do slides for the work that was done. So similar to what they were doing in May and June, in the springtime.
Cuando están en casa, va a ser similarmente lo que hicieron en la primavera. Va a haber horarios donde la maestra tiene que hablar con los estudiantes y va a chequear con los estudiantes y le va a dar su currículum para el día. All right. Ms. Lopez said she's going to send me her number, and thank you for the call, and thank you for this being in Spanish tonight.
Our pleasure.
Very welcome.
Señora López, un placer, gracias, y para eso estamos aquí, para servirle a usted y la comunidad. I just said that's what we're here for, to serve her and the community.
Thank you, Liz.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right.
So they would basically get the assignments by themselves and maybe have a meeting for an hour?
Yes.
Yes.
Sí, señor o señora. Así exacto va a ser.
Okay, are we good?
It seems like it. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta más? Lo vamos a esperar para 1 minuto. I just said if we have one more question, we'll wait another minute.
Okay, great. Thanks, Liz.
No problem. I said thank you. Another parent just said thank you. De nada, para eso estamos para aquí, para servirles a ustedes.
Okay, so I think we're good and we can say good night. And if they need any further information, please reach out to us.
We have another question, right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Noches, mi nombre es Liga, mi hijo es. Se va a saber la información de las. They're asking when will they find out when the teacher is and when their schedule is and what class they will be for their child. That'll be the last week of August, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ustedes, todos los padres van a saber el maestro y el currículum de los estudiantes la última semana de agosto. So I just informed them that all the parents and students will find out who their teachers and their classes will be at the last week of August.
Great.
Ahora, si tienen alguna otra pregunta, me pueden llamar mañana a la escuela, si no, mandarme un correo electrónico y le vamos a poder ayudar lo más mejor que podamos. I just said, basically, if they have any more other questions, they can send me an email or reach me tomorrow at school.
Perfect.
And someone just said, thank you so much for taking the time for the Spanish community. Para eso estamos, para servirles a ustedes y la comunidad entera. Okay.
Great.
You guys need to add anything?